And we are back with game 2 of this series between the West and the East of the All-Star game. See that on East's map choice of DK Jungle, they've decided to make an adjustment, replacing Dry Bones for All-Star Reserve King Boo. Sticking him in right field, hoping that can remedy some of their fielding concerns they had in game 2. Oh, but it might not matter. Oh my gosh, as PD Piranha and Wiggler just barely misses that fucking lead-off home run by Red Critter. Because that is not the start you want to see if you are the East.
Yeah, they tried making corrective adjustments, but maybe, looking at that, maybe they weren't very corrective. Maybe they need a stronger pair of glasses.
Yes, no. PD Piranha, known for being the only blind player in this league. You know, maybe that had something to do with it. Just couldn't catch the ball that was right in front of him. As King K. Rool gets one that hooks foul. Now, what do you think of the map choice that the East has chosen here today? Do you think it's gonna play to their strengths or not?
I believe that they just that the captain just went to something that they're used to. They're used to all the ins and outs of the secret jungle that he has out in the northeast part of the
Ohio.
The mighty jungle is what they call it in there. So I think that he just did something familiar. Maybe these Westerners, aren't used to the dense jungle of Ohio.
Exactly. And Wiggler able to make the catch with buddy jump from King Boo. Makes the outs. Let's see if they can.
Now,
they can get out of this inning.
Now, normally DK is very private about his jungle. Very private. But he allows us at the SSC to come in because they do have their own baseball stadium, as you can see. It is built, just DK's a huge fan of baseball.
No, and especially what's great is that it's on sovereign land, apart from the United States jurisdiction. So, all of the bombs and all of the child labor that we have here at the SSC, completely legal and free from federal regulations. It's really great.
Nothing
Lukianta,
quite like it.
Stolen from his home in Hawaii. Another federal regulation that the SSC gets dodged. It's great.
So that's where the misconception comes in, right? They say stolen. In reality, he escaped not Hawaii but Cuba.
And that is why he's so good at baseball. But not able to show how good he is at baseball. At that, I bet. He gets thrown out at first. Minecraft Steve, though, gets the single.
Just straight from Ohio. He's used to this jungle.
No, definitely. No, yeah. It's really at home. Oh, and you can see that this might be the home for DK.
It's a misconception. It's a misconception that Steve is from Sweden. No one's from there. That's not real. No.
Yeah, nobody exists in Sweden. Sweden, in fact, doesn't exist at all. Ooh, with DK, maybe not comfortable enough in this jungle. He hit as a Red Critter able to make the jumping play.
Maybe it's not that he's uncomfortable, but that Critter is comfortable, also coming from the jungles of whatever I called it earlier.
Ohio.
Yes.
Oh, and Haribo, he's looking a bit too comfortable if you're the East. Because he gets, that one's going to hook foul, but doesn't bode well. Birdo gets a suck. Birdo, known for her suckage. To start the season, was playing the shortstop, but got moved to third base as the season went on. Showing that she's still got that suckage left in her.
Wow.
Oh
no.
My gosh.
The power is too much to handle.
Boomerang Bro. Definitely often compared to his brothers, not for having less power, but maybe shutting up some of those claims as he gets one right over the buddy jump.
Well, he does use a boomerang, which has significantly less surface area than both a hammer and a bat.
Hey, but those Australians, we know that Boomerang Bro spent time at school in Australia, just out in the outback, just absolutely getting mauled by dingoes. And we can see that it's hardened him. You know, it's translated into the power that he's able to bring to the SSE. As the East,
with the suckage.
Birdo suckage, able to get them out of the inning.
Don't Google that. You, dude, you will only find highlights of Birdo in the infield for the Bows.
We can see that Mike Castor is a hater as Birdo rips one into right field. K-Roll, yeah, that looking a bit slow. As that one's gonna just barely hook foul.
He got distracted by the Koopa shell, you know, as we all would. As Bowser, star pick,
throws the first strike of the series of the All-Star game, and showing why he is such a heavy favorite for Sayoshi.
Petey. Ooh, not as strong
rips one
as
in the
Boomerang,
center
though,
field.
as we all know.
Not able to hit over the buddy jump.
Look at it.
K-Roll hustles for that one.
Just laser
Oh
focus
gosh,
on that ball.
no, there are children watching this.
And that's where he excels most. While children
Wiggler up to the plate.
Speaking of Wiggler, pink roll.
Wiggler visibly angry up at the plate, but swings and misses. Blinded by rage. Oh my gosh, on fire, bro.
That is why he's there at shortstop.
And the West is up 2-0 compared to the East. You know, the offense just has not been able to get going for the East.
Critter, as mentioned earlier, is actually from the same jungle, from this jungle. The original natives of this land before DK came and took it over.
Yeah, DK. You know, we can see him at the catcher position just whispering in Critter's ear about, you know, how he loved colonizing their lands. Definitely maybe threw him off a little bit, not hitting with the same power that we once knew.
Yep, DK.
It's still very powerful.
DK, a colonizer, as we all know. No, I'm not gonna say that joke. That's right.
K-Roll up to the plate. Oh my gosh, he hits for power. You know, DK.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh, it hits over the buddy jump. K-Roll, fucking furious. His curiosity translates into some real fucking power. Looks like DK is playing with a little bit of fire.
Another original inhabitant, just like the Hawaiians in Hawaii, but instead the jungle in Ohio. Oh,
Brown Critter launches another one.
That
one is going to be just caught.
It's one after another with these critters. It's just
He's Ohio.
Bang, bang, bang. Ohio, Ohio.
Now they love their homelands, and they aren't afraid to show it, and that has just translated into some incredible hitting performances from the West today.
DK brought baseball to the Ohioan jungle, but the critters have mastered it.
And Boo, definitely stunted by the aura of these native Ohioans. Looking a bit worse for wear on the mound today. Oh, as Bowser rips one into right center field, and Wiggler's just gonna barely be able to make the catch.
Good plays, good plays.
This outfield has just been the savior of the East thus far. The only reason that they are not down by so much more.
Yeah, we had, you know, fans saying, we don't want chemistry in the outfield. We want to see home runs. If there was no chemistry in the outfield, the West would be running away with it. They just play a different game from the East.
King Boo winds up, swings, and misses.
Oh,
swings. That's not a miss. That one's a bomb into left field, but is the buddy jump there? It is. K-Roll
giving us a show.
Yeah, just you know, he's just there for the fans. Definitely. Oh my gosh, just
a show indeed.
Yeah, you can see why he wears his skirt so short.
It's a toga.
Toga, skirt, whatever, same thing. K-Roll, known for a bit of exhibitionist, as Bowser throws the star pitch, and Yellow Pianta just, you know, nobody can see right through that. Yellow Pianta is certainly one of those everyone's.
You know, But not every player brings their ult to the All-Star game. Bowser is an exception. He loves the All-Star game. It's where he shines the most, really, if you think about it.
Yeah, throws the star pitch again. Not absolutely no shame. Loves the star pitch. Oh, but the blue Pianta gets one to drop. Oh my gosh, K-Rool's has been caught smoking the Zaza out in the outfield, and it's gonna allow a run.
Those flowers
and the East on the board.
Such a potent poison that can stop even the biggest of men that K-Rool is in their tracks.
Yeah, no, that Za, it's too powerful. Some say that it needs to be nerfed. They need that it ruins the competitive integrity, but you know, here at the SSC, who gives a fuck about competitive integrity?
Oh
my gosh, dude, maybe Cred Critter does. He makes a double play.
Wild's taking a run back, you know, trying to make this competitive, but they need more than one run. As so far the Monsters have scored 1 run for every single inning that we've played so far.
Just their hitting is just so consistent,
Off the tree root.
Gets a single. And Boo is looking much worse for wear, but still in it. Just had that stamina. Pitched 11 straight innings. And it's looking like it's starting to wear on him. Now there's 2 on base. No outs.
Blue Critter doesn't have the same power as his red and brown counterparts, as we can see there.
Yeah, bites him in the ass there, because you're not getting that one through Birdo at shortstop. Yo, yo, yo! Funky Kong hits it hard, but turns up foul. There are one on second and third. Oh, and that one deep center field, but it is gonna come up just short. No Za to prevent the catch. And is that one? Yeah, that one's gonna end up as a sac fly. Gonna get Monsters their 1 run of the inning.
Yep.
Looking like very consistently just 1-1, 1-1.
I'm happy you know how to count.
It's very hard, you know, once they get more than 1. But so I'm very glad that they've been able to keep it into numbers that I can comprehend. It's Donkey Kong now up to the plate. Boo thanked for his service through 4 innings. You know, this
3.2.
This Western offense just so electric, just cannot. So hard to defend against.
Much like the medicine, the Western offense is the only one that works.
K-Rool rips one in.
Oh,
and that one's gonna hit the pole for a 3-run homer.
You know what they call it? They call it the pesty pole, not the pesky pole. As it's so thick.
Yeah, that shit is thick.
That almost went over the pole.
Believe me, I know thick.
And short.
Brown Critter. Brown Critter. Go up to the plate. 2 outs.
Pole so short it barely got hit. Oh my.
Oh my gosh. And is that one gonna be gone? Nope, and that one is definitely not short.
Like
That's
me.
gonna be another homer. Keep telling yourself that, man.
As we have extended the 1 run limit on these West team. You know, they were like, come on, we got more in the tank. And we were like, you know what? Fine.
You do. Harbro winds up. Takes for strike 1. Does not take for strike 2, and that rips one. King Boo not quick enough. DK. Throws a fastball inside for a strike. Bowser.
Oh, wow. What power.
Winds up, swings.
What magnitude.
The power. Is the buddy jump good? Does make the out. Gets them out of the inning finally.
Wiggler has to be careful when going up into the air. His body is so long that his head can just, like, hit the concrete on the way down. That made sense.
You know, I think, you know, I relate to Wiggler a lot on that. Just being so long, it's hard to It's hard to manage sometimes.
Keep telling yourself that. DK.
Yeah.
I heard
DK
that he has plastic surgery scheduled.
Well, hopefully it doesn't affect his hitting as he rips one into left field. Is the buddy jump makes it? Oh my gosh! And just the East, they've been able to make contact, but they just haven't been able to hit it hard enough over these buddy jumps.
Ever since he was born, DK he has had a furrowed eyebrow. Just cannot make any other expression than angry. You know, he wants to show that he's more than just an angry man. Be more expressive, if you will.
Oh, and we finally get a hint of expression from the East as Berto gets the single. PD Piranha winds up. He's looking for those fences. Let's see if he can actually get there.
Yeah, he doesn't get there a lot this season. As oh my gosh, he just shut me up.
Oh, but is he going to be able to get it over the buddy jump? He cannot. That is
the length.
The girth of that man. How do these critters just get Cable up into the air so effortlessly?
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh, and it's just
beautiful.
it's hard to not get worked up as a caster.
Just that bloodshot eye.
His rotundness. Oh, and that one is gonna get hit way too soft.
Off the handle, that one must have hurt.
As the East, they just have not been able to get any sort of offense going in this All-Star game. All-Star series, in fact.
Can we talk about the background? I'm sorry. I just saw, so, you know, there's the, like, the palm, you know, the jungle trees, if you will. And then I feel like just behind it, you just see, like, a normal, like, green forest. Like, in Ohio. Quite literally, they took a chunk of the Amazon rainforest and they just plopped it into the middle of a normal Ohio forest
Jungle,
making it a jungle.
Well, we know that DK has absolute disdain for the Earth's natural resources, so it really isn't a surprise that with all of his vast wealth and connections that he's able to steal the native plant life from the Amazon rainforest.
As we all know, critters in K. Rool, Amazonian. That's it.
As the bros in the corners, and Blue Critter is going to be able to send one bro home. No outs, and the East just has not been able to stem the bleeding for this offense. No outs. Funky Kong up to the plate. Rips one into center field.
Brother of DK? Oh. Buddy hit into PD. Throw home.
Oh my gosh.
That's
a laser to the catcher.
Why can't we see that during normal games? Question.
You know, it's a bit curious. We know that Edie, his love for the All-Star game may be overshadowing his love for winning in the regular season. Red Critter. I'll just one to center. Blue Critter, he teases us going home. We got a lot of teasing this game, both from K. Rool and now from Critter at third.
Oh no!
Oh gosh! And that is just a bomb into right field, and that is going to be right over the buddy jump.
We love
as
bombs.
K. Rool has just hit so many 3-run homers, so many homers this series.
Methinks he's probably going to be the MVP of the All-Star series.
You know, and it's looking like he's putting up a strong case, for it. As we see a pitching change from the East, maybe that can change anything, but maybe it does as Brown Critter flies out. Finally get out of the inning.
You know, methinks based off this showing from the West versus East, I think that, you know, the West is probably going to take the whole thing. Okay, pause. Let me read. Obviously, it's 12-1. I'm saying this the golden bat. I think that the West is gonna take the Slugger circuit series, the TM.
No, and it's looking like it unless the East can get. he can get something done. As Vu just not able to get anything on that star pitch. Oh my gosh. Bowser, he is just not afraid at all to throw this star pitch.
He has done
Just
wonders.
looking so excited
Ground critter.
as he gets taken out. Because, you know.
The chemistry in right field is no longer there. Pianta.
Oh my gosh, is that...
Oh, just
It
foul.
seems like they're trying to make it interesting. Oh my gosh, and that's another
Just
deep fly ball to right field, but that's gonna hook foul once again.
Yeah, we all know the West is a bunch of showboaters. Just wanting to make this interesting, so we don't need chemistry in the outfield. As Miguel Pianta barely gets in first base save.
Blue Pianta. Let's see if he can send these runners home. Oh, Bowser in right field. Oh, but King Boo just doesn't go home on that one. First to load the bases for Minecraft Steve. Oh my gosh, and you can see why. Minecraft Steve, not known for his bat, but he rips one out, and he's gonna hit a grand slam.
Pressure makes diamonds, and Steve is covered in them. Wow.
Wow. Minecraft Steve hits a grand slam in the All-Star game. What a player, what a star. As they have closed the lead to 7.
They can hit 7 in an inning.
Hey, the East, they've made 14 runs in a single inning. Oh, but it might not be the same for, or the West has gone 14 runs in a single inning. As a DK, bit of a lackluster performance this All-Star game thus far. Put the fly out.
You know, the captain of the East not showing why he's the captain of the East.
Oh my gosh, Birdo gonna hit one deep to right field. The item play might be there, but it is late. Bowser gets tripped up by the green shell, but not before he makes the out.
Taking it, you know, he thought he was gonna scare off the green shell, as he is king of the Koopas. Unbeknownst to him, that is a abandoned green shell that we found on the side of the street.
Yeah, you know, oh my gosh, is that okay? That is not a homer, but it is hit deep. It looks like a double, but Firebro is just content with taking one base. Curious play there.
Bowser off. If you look at his eyes, you can see he's staring down the dugout, not looking at the ball.
He doesn't need to, as he gets a single.
Hammer Bro.
Hammer
Now
Bro.
that's a focused man. Watches the ball all the way to his bat.
The focus wasn't good enough.
Direct a double play.
Maybe there's a correlation there. The more you focus on the ball, the...
All right, let's
I mean,
watch.
does
Let's watch
K-Rool focus on the
Boomerang's.
ball?
Let's watch Boomerang's approach. So he watches the start of the delivery and then he stops watching. It still results in an out.
Yeah.
Not quite sure.
Maybe the play just isn't to look. Maybe the play is just not look at the ball.
Maybe. Like
Maybe
Petey
that's
here.
why. Like Petey Piranha, who can't look at anything because he is blind. Maybe. Petey Piranha. Oh my gosh, but it is just not hard. He does not hit that ball hard enough as Blue Critter makes the catch, but Petey Piranha.
For the whoosh of the ball on the way to the plate, gets solid contact, no match for the chemistry out in left field. Now, if you get that to right field, that'd be a different story.
But that's the problem when you don't have eyes. You wasn't able to see the fielding change.
That's true. No one told him? Man, this team...
No, it seems like there's a bit of a beef in the dugouts.
Freaky.
King Boo getting freaky at the plate.
We can see why. Hitting one to
Oh,
right
now
field.
freakiness. Oh my gosh, and that one's gonna end up in Wiggler.
Advancing to third.
Advancing to third. Now in scoring position. Now King Boo's son, Boo. The first father-son duo to play in the All-Star game.
Ooh,
Oh
and
my
the
gosh,
first
it's
father-son
double play.
duo to get doubled up in the All-Star game.
as it's disaster for the East as they end up with nothing to show for that inning. Lead is 7, and they're going to need to get out. It is the last chance for the East to stay in the series.
Yeah, let's get through this inning scoreless, East. You know, we want to see a closer match here, and that's one way to do it.
Now throwing the start pitches, has 3 of them left. Does she go for a second? She does not. It's Funky Kong. A bit more hesitant with 1 strike. Doesn't hit it hard enough. Flies out. You can see that that's been kind of Burrow's strategy for a lot of the season. Just, you know, use the start pitch to get a favorable count, and then hopefully able to conserve those start pitches for later when it's most important.
So I'm gonna be honest with the start pitches. I don't know if they add this part in post, or if it's during the game. I don't know. Do the other players see the pink background show up? I don't think they do, because they keep falling for it. Oh,
it's a bit of a mystery. Oh my gosh, as Berto gets the 2nd strikeout of the All-Star game, and it is versus King K. Rool to get them out of the inning.
Winks at the camera, wins over millions.
The last chance for the East. The Monsters, or not the Monsters, the West were able to score 14 runs in a single inning. Let's see if the East can get a similar offensive performance.
Funky Kong.
As Funky Kong, have not seen him pitch all year. Let's see if he can do anything on the mound.
Oh!
Oh my gosh!
What a play from Bowser to Red Critter to whoever's on first base. Forgot who that was.
Blue Pianta. Oh my gosh, and that is the game.
Wow.
And that is and that is a bit of a disappointment. That is definitely a disappointment for the East. They just, you know, 3 just ultra quick outs, just like that. Funky Kong shuts them out in the 7th, and it is a dominant All-Star game for the West, as K-Rool rightfully earns MVP, All-Star MVP, All-Star game MVP. Impressive showing. So many homers. Just really, so many robbed homers. Just an incredible performance on both sides of the ball. As that is going to be the All-Star game. Thank you all for tuning in to the All-Star game. We will see you next week for the last games of the season before the playoffs. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good night.